Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 1 between Tonnoman and Schwere Pantsu battling on the finals of the advanced bracket of the Kingdom of Steel tournament. Let's dive right in here to Tannenberg. And on the left in the red, we have Tonnoman playing 84th Strelki on Maverick Income. And on the right in the blue, we have Schwere Pantsu playing Herman Goring, Panzer Herman Goring on Balanced Income. So a great map and two very strong divisions, 84th being, I would say, one of the top divisions in the game. Definitely the top Soviet division right now. Herman Goring, a solid A-tier division, has been for a long time. The hardest part about it is building it. Let's dive in here to their decks. 84th Strelki, you get lots of snipers, which is always great. Your infantry tab is really solid. You get plenty of Gavardia DP, Sapardi, Rocks, and Strafniki, which are some of the best Soviet infantry you have to work with. Kind of surprised he's bringing a C-phase card of Gavardia. He should have one more card of Gavardia DP. So I know he's a Maverick, but I would still take Gavardia DP. The extra 5 points, having 2 machine guns is pretty significant, but that's a personal choice. I understand why. But anyway, tank tab is the only not amazing thing about this deck. You know, you get very few medium tanks, just a couple T-34Es, but then you get IS-2s, which is always great. Your support tab is phenomenal with the whole mix, the whole bag of Soviet support weapons, along with the IS-2-152. And then your AT tab, very solid with ZIS-2s and 45 mils and ZIS-3s and such. And then you also get Panzerschrecks, which is a great upgrade on the PTRS. Then your A tab, very solid, 37 and 85 mils. Your RD tab has 122 mils in Katyushas, which is an upgrade over a lot of Soviet artillery tabs. And your air tab is really solid with P3s and IL-2s with AT cannons. On the other side, Panzer Herman Goring, a great mix of units. A hard deck to build because activation points are really restrictive, but your recon tab is phenomenal with SPWs and Panzer 3s and such. Your infantry tab is really strong, although expensive. There's really not any cheap troops. Panzergrens, Begleitgrens, Begleit Pioneers, basically just upgraded normal German units. Then your tank tab is really solid mix. You get T-34s, which is nice, and Panzer 4Gs, which is nice as well. Slight loss of armor gives you a 10-point cheaper, which is pretty great, and a card of Tigers as well. Your support tab has the legendary Sturm Tiger, which he's bringing in B, so it should be excited to see some big booms going off. Your AT tab really solid with Jagdpanzer 4s, Marder 1s, Pack 38s, Pack 40s, the usual mix, but Jagdpanzer 4s really strong, especially against allied medium tanks. Your AA tab is pretty fantastic as well. You can take 5 cards of SDK of ZSL1s and 5 cards of Flak 41 88 mils. Your RD tab is fine. It's not anything phenomenal, but you get 81 mil mortars, and he's taking the 105 SKA team. And your air tab is one of the biggest weaknesses of this deck. It's pretty bad. Your fighters kind of suck. You do get Ju-87 cluster bombers, but that's about the... So you do also get, I think, Ju-87 tank busters, if I'm not mistaken. But he's not choosing to take those, just taking the BF-109 rocket plane, which I have to say, in many of the several last games I've watched, has actually overperformed. The rocket planes have a lot of times can be very underwhelming, but we'll see if he can make it happen. The game has begun. Remember, we're Maverick versus Balanced here, so we'll see if Schwere can hold off Tonnoman's early rush. The TU-2F now in. You can see the SPW 233s. All 4 of them are out, looking for those cheesy early hits. I call them cheesy, but I mean, truthfully, if you're playing against division with SPWs, you should expect it. Tonnoman going for a pretty deep push over here. Trying to get this blue flag here, not surprising. Usual defensive setup here for Schwere. Nothing too out of the ordinary TU-2F liner. There's no fighters except, I mean, the BF-109 is technically a fighter bomber, but I mean, it's a very underwhelming fighter bomber. Tonnoman seems like he thinks he can get this Ognomachiki here, but the SPW 233 going to ruin that. SPW switch targets, lands on that Ognomachiki, but the Flammenwerfer is forced unload, so that'll be stopped. Up north, yeah, Tonnoman a little too aggressive with his transports, isn't unloading in time. So losing a lot of units in transports right now. SPO 233 is going to do a lot of damage. This 2 really needs to get into position to stop this because the Maxim's getting absolutely creamed by it. Down that Maxim goes. That's actually really bad. He doesn't have much else over here. 233 gets out of the way. All the this 2 still has a line of sight on it. Can it finish it off? Fires, hits. Oh, that is the other issue with the ZIS 2. AP shells only do 6 damage, which is rough. So things can survive it. 45 mil versus MG42. MG42 should win. If the Maxim can get involved, it might go a little bit better. But too busy on the Flammenwerfer. 45 mil goes down. Tonnoman losing some units unnecessarily. He still hasn't deployed in the center. He's got his stuff. 50 mil mortar, Saperty, Ognomachiki. Although, Schwere with a very strong force himself with Sturm Pioneers and Pioneer, Herman Goring Pioneers, which are basically Begleit Pioneers, which are very strong. And they're triple vetted, so yeah, it's going to be tough. He's going to have to use his 50 mil mortars really well to actually beat that. Sniper trying to finish off that Flammenwerfer. If it does, these flags should flip in his favor, actually. Flammenwerfer's smoke is slightly off. There we go. Sniper getting hit by the 88. Oh, Tonnoman really needs to move this. If he can keep this alive, then he can actually, like, kill this Flammenwerfer and capture his flag back. Currently, Schwere's up 13-11. Rocket plane hitting the Maxim there. Kills that off. These units surviving. If only Tonnoman knew how close he was to capturing some of these flags, but he's lost a lot of stuff. Making a really aggressive push here. Flammenwerfer's going to get in unless the Gavardi DP stop it. AA in for Tonnoman. Not sure about that decision. The rocket plane is annoying, but I would not say it's like a priority right now to shoot that down. Herman Goring Pioneers caught out in the open. They're very bad, actually, in the open. They really only have an MG42, so the Gavardi DP should win easily, except for the MG42 over here ruining that plan. All right, Ognomachiki do go down, so the flag flips back, and the line is crumpling over here. Tonnoman shouldn't get this flag, but it's possible. Su-76 coming in, I'm assuming to arty this 88 here, which would be pretty good. Especially if you can get close enough to get some radio. Gavardi forced back. He really needs to kill this MG42 here. Engagement in the center. Triple star Sturm Pioneers are quite deadly. Saperty trying to get the grenades off. Grenade goes. But the Goring Pioneer survives. 50 mil mortars way off target. And the Avto Camarodi caught out. Oh no. Oh no, this is a devastating loss here for Tonnoman. He's on the run now. I'm not sure he's going to get away. Yeah, and Schwere doing the right thing and staying aggressive. This is something a balanced player can do, is really pressure the Maverick player in A phase. You're only down 50 points, so it's not like a huge... You're basically equal on income-wise. You're not really that far behind. So it is possible if you do some good trades and play aggressively to get some key positions early and make the Maverick player play into you, which can be really beneficial for keeping up your trades as the game goes on. 233 pushing forward with the 45. Should be able to kill it, except it still has APCR on. He's committed the sin. Left APCR on. Gets the hit. Actually, the 233 actually missed the video. See, that would be dead. If he had turned off APCR, that 233 would be dead. So, big mistake there by Tonnoman living that alive. Tu-2F floating around again. MG42 just doing tons of damage. He should have brought one of those 50 mils over to here. He could probably get... Oh, no, not really. He's really lost these positions over here. I mean, this would be dangerous. MG42 in the church tower. That's an interesting spot for it. Begleit's now in as well. And Tonnoman now has to push back into the woods here. Not great. Needs to stop these Sturm Pioneers from getting across. There you go. Units on the move take a lot more damage. Just keep that in mind, everybody. Su-76 finally targeting that flak. Unfortunately, it's still out of radio range. This probably won't be amazing. P3 coming in. Bombing run on the MG42. There is no AA up north, so that should get through. Flak 41 a little bit late. Su-76 finding that Herman Goring Pioneer. Excuse me, Panzergren. There you go, MG42 goes down. Church Tower stays alive, though, so Recon could go in there. But Schwere picking up this flag up north and currently at a 14-10, 6 minutes into this. Sturm Pioneers did get forced. I think they were actually killed. At least one of them was killed. The other might have just run away. Su-76, it's not going to do a ton. If it got in radio range, it could do all right, but it's not going to do a ton. Herman Goring, I keep doing, oh, it is Herman Goring, but Flammenwerfer getting in now. Yeah, Tonnoman really can't be losing these easy flags down here. I'd say nothing going great here for Tonnoman, with Schwere taking a lot of key positions early. So it looks like Tonnoman's going to be really leaning into B phase to try to make up this. He's about to lose this flag as well. Yep, I'm going to Machiki go down. Decides to bring in an IS-2. We'll see how that choice turns out for him. Just too caught up by the MG-42. IS-2 moving forward to engage the Flak 88. Here comes a BF-109, though. There is a 37 mil. Not a huge fan, again, of this investment into, like, serious investment into AA here from Tonnoman, especially against Herman Goring. I mean, the worst you're going to get is some rocket planes, which is, again, annoying, but not... I don't think it's worth a 160-point investment, especially when you're kind of way behind. IS-2 finding the MG-42 should be able to eliminate that pretty easily. And he can move forward, and maybe he can actually capture these 2 flags, maybe even 3. IS-2 continuing to push forward. Sniper takes out the SDK of Z. Up north, the Su-76 stops the Beglite, so a nice elimination there, but it's still 16-8. Mortar coming in now. Radio mortar specifically. Going to be very accurate with that Batterie Feu here. IS-2 should be pretty safe from this 88 at range. 160 millimeters of pen, but 160 millimeters of armor, and they're fighting at pretty long range, so the IS-2 should have a good advantage here, especially because its HE shell does a ton of damage, and it does successfully do that. Gavardi DP pushing forward. Needs to push forward this other one as well. Really shouldn't be waiting for anything. Herman Goring Pioneer is forced back. So Tonnoman getting some ground back here, but 45 mil up north going down. Gavardi DP being overwhelmed. Gavardi DP are really no match against Panzergrens and such. Going after to try to finish off that 88. Or actually the Flammenwerfer here. Down it goes. So now this flag and probably this one should flip. Tonnoman make it back to a 14-10 here. Maybe can start crawling back a bit. He needs to finish off this 88. Like, he needs to get after it. Su-76 going after the mortar. Kind of an odd choice. Double Martyr 2. He left this 88 alive. That's really bad. It would have been so easy to finish off. Su-76 goes down to the double tank here. T-34 Panzer III combo. Nice little use of light armor here for Herman Goring. Now his Artie is out of ammo. 88 still backing up. IS-2 not getting forward. I mean, the 88 can't go any further. It's going to be seen. But the Martyr 1's trying to move in. Martyr 1s are really going to struggle at range. I mean, they can't. They're not going to be able to kill this. They need to get in APCR range, and truthfully, they need to get into pretty close APCR range. Tu-2FPE3 coming in. Not sure where he's going. This could be safe if he had finished off this 88 with the IS-2. There you go. He's using smoke. Nice play here from Schwere. BF-109 trying to get on the back of that P3. Fails. SDKFZ in now as well. IS-2 finally finds the flak. Oh, misses horribly. Martyr 1 finding Gavardi DP, but that does reveal the Martyr 1s down there. Second shot from the IS-2 should hit and kill, I would think. Down it goes. So 88's out of action. Really needs to put this Gavardia forward. Moving the IS-2 to rumble with those Martyr 1s. That's a little bit ballsy. We're now into B phase, though. So let's see if the income can do it for him. I mean, the IS-2's close, though. So if it lands this first hit... Oh, and it gets a shooter killed. What a crit. Driver knockout. Oh, my God. He does take out the one Martyr 1, but he's out for like 20 more seconds. Oh, geez. What a lucky crit. What a lucky pair of crits. Mortar 1 running. Oh, he throws down smoke and makes a run. I mean, he still had 10 more seconds. He could have easily put another APCR into that thing. Yeah, a little too cautious there from Schwere. Zis2 in position now to try to stop some of this armor. Su-76 takes a pen, and that's not good. That's a normal... That's like an arty Su-76. That is not a... That's not like the AT version. That's not as valuable. T-34 is struggling to pen each other at range, but we do get a penetration with the second one pen, and it does! And it survives. Wow, what a trade there. So Tonnoman getting some really advantageous trades here. Getting back into it a little bit, but it's still 13-11 for Schwere. I think yeah, there's some Sapling Rocks. He needs way more than that, though. We've already DP going into the woods. A horrible plan. Can't agree with that at all. Su-76 going after the 88. I mean, truthfully, the right choice would probably just be another IS-2 up here. Big investment, I know, but you can see how well it's paid off down south here. Now, he did take a pen from that Martyr 1, so any penetration kills this thing at this point. Again, it's a struggle to pen. Oh, there's the Martyr 1! It misses! And the IS-2 goes down! Oh, no! Oh, no! Really bad. Looks like a grenade did go off up here. Yeah, he needs more. There's more Sapling Rocks. Okay. Alright, we're making the right plays now. Grilla, though, gonna hit that Gavardi DP. Ouch. Maxim moving in. Ooh, well, that's way too aggressive. And boy, especially the 88 still here. Really needs to move forward with this and try to... There can't be that much there. He knows that. Leader in, finally getting some leadership. These 50mm mortars are still alive. You can move them forward and apply some pressure. That's the thing with 50mm mortars, though. Like, you gotta be using them. They're so micro-intensive. Like, they're so good, but they're so micro-intensive. If you can use them well, they're disgusting. But if you don't, then they're basically useless. They're not like the leave and forget or just put on counter battery kind of unit. Katusha in. Not sure my feelings on that. Does he have a mortar? No, he doesn't. I would have just said call another Su-76 to try to take this stuff out, honestly. Not a big fan of the Katusha. Zis2 gets a pen on the SPW-231, but now the 88's found it. ISU-152 coming in. Pretty good choice there. I'm a fan of that. Oh, double Martyr 1 gonna be a bit of an issue. Alright, T-34 is doing a nice job in the town here. Tonnoman making some ground. This stronger Strafniki moving in. He's got now Sapling Rocks leaders moving in. Gonna be tough though. There's a lot of units still alive here with high veterancy. And 2 Sapling Rocks units probably not going to do it. If you had these 50 mils in a better spot to actually support, I would feel better about it. Now the Flammenwerfer is picking up a free flag here. Oh my goodness. Push forward. Push. And now a big attack coming in. The ISU-152 is moving into position. Ammo for the Su-76 here. But it might be too late. Gavardi DP here, though, perfectly placed to take out that recon, which is huge. Problem is the Martyr 1s can much more easily handle this ISU-152. It's not like the IS-2 where you really got to work. 50mm mortars coming down. That might be some good placement. But one Sapling Rocks is already dead. Oh, and double Sturm Pioneer. Oh, just wrecks that Stopperty. ISU-152 taken out. Nothing, actually. Leader trying to get away. Up north, the Russian offensive is successful in capturing this flag back. The Grilla is dead, so that's another good kill there. Needs to kill off this Flak 88, though. ISU-152 coming in to do it. Yeah, he needed more Sapling Rocks. He needed, like, separate... yes, he needed this the first time around. Yeah, nice hit from the DP there. Grillo, though, finding it. ISU-152 in a rough spot here. I would almost consider swinging it up to try to get some of this stuff. BF-109 coming in for the rocket strike here on the Gavardia DP. The 50mm mortar actually succeeding in pinning some of this stuff down. AA forces off the rocket plane, saving this situation. They're not going to surrender because of the battery fear. Tonnoman finally flipping this flag. Mortar going after the 45mm. Not sure why, though. The SPW is already dead. But this flag flipped again. Pack 38, perfect counter to this T-34. Looks like Tonnoman's offensive here in the town kind of pittering out. Katusha going after the 88. Should have an okay chance of killing it. Katusha's have been a major disappointment in the past, though, so. 50mm mortar doing nice work here. But a lot of units coming in for Schwere. He's making a southern run. I like it. ISU-152 moving into a more aggressive position, but could be dangerous. Even this SDK of Z has a chance of killing it, especially from the side. Martyr 1s definitely, though, can kill that. IS-2 coming in now. That'll be dangerous for sure. TU-2F, P3 coming in. There is... the 88 survived. Katushias are sad. T-34 already dead to the Pack 38, but the Pack 38 is dead. P3 veering off into the range of the SDK of Z, gets a crit and is forced off. Sapperty Doc's got a little bit of suppression from the mortar fire going on around here. ISU-152 going after what? I'm not sure what. A Flammenwerfer? That's what it looks like. Oh, he's ground attacking. I understand. Good play. Martyr 1's, though, still there. RDP moving in. I mean, he's just... oh, my goodness, this Flammenwerfer. Kills that, and this might back up a little. I don't think it will, but it could. And he's obviously lost a lot of time with that in the first place. 88 still alive. I'm telling you guys, Katusha is sad. And that's a very close Katusha. Like, that's not far away at all. SU-76, I'm not a fan of going after this 81 mortar. You're never going to actually kill it. So he has all these Sapperty Docs, and now he's got to, like, just attack, move across, honestly. That's really what he should be doing. ISU-152 still alive, despite the several Martyr 1s. Gavardia DP forced off this Flammenwerfer standing tall. He's invincible, guys. 88 taking out the Maxim. Finally, it goes down to a well-placed shot from the SU-76. Wow, the mortar actually died to the SU-76. Okay. I take it back. I guess it did it. P3 coming in. I mean, A's down, so, but he's, what is he bombing? Okay, flies the wrong way into the SDK of Z71. Luckily, this thing has a weird line of sight going on, doesn't fire. A horde of Sapperty Docs will absolutely cleave through this defense. I don't think the Sturm Pioneers have a chance, especially if the leader dies. This leader needs to keep up, though. IS-2 in a dangerous spot. The Martyr 1s at this range is their only chance. ISU-152 did go down, though. Martyr 1 taking hits from the 45mm. Can this 45mm finish it off? No, the other one's held up. He needs to turn off the HE so that the thing will fire AP. Ah! And the Martyr 1 actually does go down, so that definitely relieves some pressure on the IS-2. SDK of Z now under pressure. The SU-76s have been doing nice work. Never underestimate those, but we're now into C phase, and Tonnoman is nowhere near victory. And if he piecemeals fights these Sturm Pioneers, he will lose. Leader way too far behind, not giving any bonus to these Sapperty Docs. Yeah, he really wants to kill off this battery fear. Does do it. Gets rid of the veterancy on the Sturm Pioneers. Gives them a better chance of winning this fight. Back to a 12-12. BF-109 forced off. So is the TU-2F. Sapperty Docs should win this. They're the better unit. His own 50mm mortar, though, landing on his troops. Now the Sapperty Docs should be able to finish off these Sturm Pioneers. He'll have this flag in the center, 12-12. IS-2 takes out the Martyr 1. Now he needs to go. Like, he needs to push. Schwere is thin. I mean, you could kill these couple of units and boom, you got 3 flags right here. T-34 squaring off. 2-star one you would think would win, but the other one had a first shot. Not going to reload in time. And that T-34 survives. It's a big survival. Saperty spreading out, trying to consolidate. 13-11 for Tonnoman. Finally finds this Flammenwerfer. My goodness gracious. Needs to move forward this IS-2 and take out this 88. They're easy targets. The Guerrilla's right there. So many choices. Gavardi DP caught out by the Sturm Pioneer that was caught behind the lines. That could actually be a big problem for him. 45 mil probably going to go down to the Panzergrenadier. Strafny getting overwhelmed. And Schwere is building up a pretty big force here. The half-tracks are going to cause an issue as well. Panzer IV is now in. Can easily take out these T-34s. More T-34s are coming. P3 coming in. There is now AA in the SDKZ 7-1. Should be able to stop this pretty easily. SDKZ 7-1 very strong. Probably, it might shoot this down. Especially with the help of the 88 and the second SDKZ. Wow. Cannot believe that survived. OP-25 going down to the MG-42. Now Panzer IV is in. 14-10 for Tonnoman. But again, this is a really tough spot. Sturm Pioneer is going to find the 50 mil mortar. I understand Tonnoman pushing forward here. It's rough. It's not a good play normally, but in this situation, I do understand. But he's not moving forward this IS-2. Like, he's got the world ahead of him here, and he's not taking advantage of it. It's kind of disappointing to see. And Tonnoman throws in the flag, throws in the towel, excuse me. 23 minutes and 32 seconds. Schwere taking game one. Trades were actually very even. I'm kind of surprised. It looked worse than that. But, you know, from this point on, Tonnoman just starts to fall further and further behind on points. So, yeah, he just did not. Now, look how much his Su-76 did. That's impressive, actually. Very impressive. IS-2 did some good work. Didn't pay itself off, though. Yeah, other than that, I mean, Tonnoman just really bad trades at the beginning of the game. He started to do better in B phase with his trades, but was not able to make enough ground and kind of was too piecemeal about his attacks. And believe me, I understand that I do it all the time. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting over on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.